Hey, want to see my new friend? Look at this little kitty. Look at that little toe bean. Look at this kitty. Oh, she's very sleepy. Hi, Sleepy. Okay, I'm gonna move my camera back to where it's supposed to go, but we have a new cat. And she's so cute. Her name is Cleocatra. Hi, kitty. And she's a lap cat. Oh, my little kitty. Okay, last time that I'm gonna pick this up. I know I only picked it up once, but this is the last time. Look at this kitty. She's so sleepy. Hi. Oh. She's so cute. Hey, I'm Kaylee. And this is Kaylee Cross Stitch. And it's been almost 3 months. It's April 30th, 2023, and my last video was in February. And my last video was a little sad because we lost Susie, as you know, if you have watched my channel before. And since then, we've gotten Cleo, and it's been good. I think it's been so long because of my job. Being at school from 7:30 till 5 almost every day of the week is a lot. And so I'm looking forward to the summer. I'm a teacher. Okay, so this is my second take because I started rambling in my first one and I was like, nope, not gonna do that. Today I am not going to show you everything that I've worked on because I don't feel like doing that because I've worked on things that I worked on one time or something. But I'm going to show you a couple things, and I want to talk about Stitch North because I am going next weekend, the May weekend. Woo! I'm so excited. So I'm just going to show you some cross stitch stuff, talk about Stitch North, and grab your coffee. What do they say? Grab your drink and strap in. Okay, a finish. I have a finish. That was so weird. I have a finish. This is Data Portraits in Paris. 1903. I think it's 1903. This is from Shaded Stitchery, and it is stitched with DMC 1/2 on 45 count jersey cream legacy linen. Isn't that cool? This is a pattern that is Nuri charted and kind of reimagined these data portraits. What it was W.E.D. Boyce went to Paris in 1903 and displayed these statistics of Black people living in Georgia at that time. So it was pre-civil rights, post Emancipation Proclamation. So it was showing, some stats that were showing the effects, the financial and physical living situations of Black people post-slavery. So yeah, I suggest you go to Nuri's page and look up all the information, as I finished this in February and it's already April. So that information has been filed back further in my brain. I think that's my only finish since I last saw you, because I showed you Ocean City last time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So whips. Actually, I would like to show you my way of finishing some books books, finishing in a journal some of my projects. And this is a as of this year. And this is mildly inspired by Michelle Bindi, her big journal that she finishes stuff in. So I actually took all of like my old projects and stuff. I just took them and put them in here. And I don't know if I'm going to journal in them. I bought gel pens so that I could write on this, but who knows if that's going to ever happen. So there's Cross Bitch. That was a finish from 2018 or something like that. I Fucking Love You. This was in 2020. A couple from a kit that I reviewed. That's going to be something. This was a piece that my friend gifted to me because he found it in his parents' estate or something like that. I'm going to turn this up, see if I can get a little bit more. There we go. I think I showed that like when I was in Iowa the first summer. And then this I found at a secondhand store. It was framed but not like amazing, so I just cut it out and put it in here. I figure that's how I'm gonna save some stitches, is to like, I don't want to throw them away, but then I don't want to store them in these big frames. This I found in my apartment building. People leave stuff downstairs if they don't want it, and so we just pick stuff up. I was shocked to find a stitching, as Darcy would say. I need to put some other stuff that I finished in there. And then I went home and I found these. This is to me from my aunt the year I was born. Listen, you can hear better that way. My aunt stitched so much in the 80s and 90s, and probably 2000s as well. This is the one that she stitched for my older brother. Congratulations on your new sibling. Everybody needs someone to look up to. And then my oldest brother. I hear yays better than nays. And my sister must have took hers, because in no way my aunt would have only given it to 3 of the nieces and nephews, and not all 4. So, I don't know. Oh, kitty, you're so cute. Go follow Cleo on Instagram. I said that in the first take, but not this one. So I just glue them in with tacky glue. And like I said, who knows if I'm going to journal about them or write about them. I should, because I probably won't remember everything about them. So I should, but anyway. Whips. In no particular order, because I'm not going to do that. This I just pulled back out after not working on it for months. This is Silver Creek Sing-A-Sampler. Silver Creek Samplers Sing-A-Sampler. And do 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 do, taking it out of the hoop. Boop 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 do 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 do. Oh, it's so cute. This is mine, stitched 1/1 on 40 count with Gloriana Tudor silk. Let me say goodbye to this so I can show you bigger. Since you've seen it, I think I've finished me and started, I don't know. I don't know when you saw this, what it looks like. But I pulled this out because Shiloh, X-Stitch MD, has started, although I started it first. I'm just kidding. Started a sale with this with a few other people. So I'm excited to see more of this on Instagram. Aren't these... Okay, so I'm going to bring this to Stitch North because I'm very proud of this, how dainty this looks. It's so teeny. I think for Stitch North, I'm going to just bring like a whole bunch of tiny stitching examples because, I stitch tiny, but I visited Nati in Portland, as you know, if you've watched me before. Oh, this little kitty. Her little teeth. And she showed me some of her tiny stitching finishes, and I was like, this is tiny. Like, I've seen mine in person, but seeing somebody else's, like, in a picture, it doesn't really do it justice. I don't think so, anyway. Okay. I know I said last time, but she's just so cute. So, oh, never mind, she moved. Hi. I can't. Okay. I can't with this kitty. No. I can't. Oh. Shut up. Where's her head? See? You know, it's crazy when you have a pet, like how much you rely on that animal for your comfort. Okay, the next one is a round robin stitch along hosted by Michelle, and it's called Ink Circles Round Robin or something like that. And I'm in a group that is stitching the same pattern. All the other people are in groups of mandalas, and you send it to 4 different people, and they each stitch a quadrant, and then you stitch on 4 different patterns. So instead of like finishing the same one pattern for yourself, that's 4 of the same, you get to stitch on 4 different ones, and then you get to have something that everybody's stitched on. But my group is stitching the same thing, but the quadrants are just a little bit different. So look on my Instagram for mine. Mine is on 25 count. This is on 32, I think. 2 over 2 with DMC. And this is my friend Christina's. So she finished this quadrant, and I am doing this quadrant. Do you want to see what it looks like? This is circular logic. That's what it's going to look like. I think I saw the model of this in Portland, in Acorns. We have 3 months to finish it. To finish our quadrant. Did that make sense? You know what they say when you haven't uploaded a video in a while? I'm so out of practice. Okay. New Mexico. This has also been a while since you've seen this, I think. And it's almost finished, so I don't really need to show you the stock picture. But this is part of my 50 states. This has been a whip for a while. The first year I did this, I finished like 4 of them, and this year it's been like 2. But it's almost done. I just have to finish this part, add a few green, and then this will be done. This is 18 count, Ada 2 over 1, full cross. And I've stitched this entirely in hand. Entirely in hand. Which sometimes I like it, doing it in hand and just getting a boatload of stitches done. 2 more? 3 more. 3 more whips. I'll do full coverage last, I guess. This is Cleocatra by Ink Circles, and I thought that I was going to have this mostly done by Stitch North, but alas, life happened, and I don't. And I'm going to take this out of the hoop because it's been in here way too long. You know, people who are like actually, what would you say, like disciplined enough to take their stuff out of the hoop every time they stitch, I'm in awe of you. Sometimes I like don't stitch because I'm like, I don't want to put something in a hoop. Is that a problem? You know, I was gonna finish everything except the center motif, and Natia and I were gonna finish each other's at Stitch North. But that's like 800 stitches, and I'm actually not really I'm not very confident in myself now to be able to finish that at a retreat. Like, I'm going to be wanting to talk to people. I'm going to not be feeling it. Maybe. Because that's just the way that I work sometimes. This is also on 40 count, 1/1 with Gloriana Tudor Silk. My lighting's not the best today. I'm not using my big light. And yeah, I'll bring this too to Stitch North because this one's very pretty. And people can look at Nati and mine compared to each other. I'm not putting stuff back because I'm not going to show you very much. And then my two full coverage that I want to show you. Oh, wait, I have 3 more. Tulips. I guess the other one is a new start. This is Minnie Amongst the Tulips from Heaven and Earth Designs. And this I've worked on a bit. I think I've had a lot of progress. Look, I even left thread on my needle. This is 45 count. 1/1 half stitch with DMC. And I'm like, when I did 40 count, I was kind of like, oh, I might do all my full coverage on 40 count. And now that I've tried 45 count, I'm like, even though it's not even weave, I might have to do more on this because I bought this beautiful fabric that's Fox and Rabbit and I have too much fabric. And so why not just, who was it? Somebody talked about this where like, they were like, why would you use your hand-dyed fabric for full coverage? But this is a neutral color. It's like the same the whole way through. And unless it's like, it's not like a piece of Jessie Mislaid Pages fabric. I wouldn't do a full coverage on that, but why not use my, and also since it's over 1, like it's not really a waste of fabric, you know? And also like I have enough projects on white, so I want to have one on gray. Anyway, I think I'm like kind of going by pages. So this was partial pages. Then I'm going page. How does it go? I think it's page. But this I'm doing cross country. So if it like I get so far, I could get all these reds and then I park it over here in the next page. Yeah. And then I also brought out FOP again, which I haven't brought out in a long time. Where is it? And I should have taken a picture when I took it out of the Q-snap, but I used to be like there. I took this out last week or last month or this month. Oh, it's April, Abandoned Whips April. And I finished quite a bit of this. So, hello. So we're getting there. It's 60%, I think. I want to finish this year. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. Probably not. Kaylee, I forgot another whip again. I have more whips to show you. This is Reaching Skyward. And I don't have a photo of this, but I think you might know what it is. It's the Modern Folk Embroidery Stitch Along for 2023. And this is also on 45 count. But this is not Fox and Rabbit. This is something else. With Soie Surfine, Auversois Soie Surfine in like a blue and a red, burnt red. I'm behind. And there's my Susie needle minder. Oh, Susie. I miss that cat so much. And more tiny stitching. I started another Marumi Crafts, but it's so small that, which direction? That it's a really tiny start. But this, I decided to do all of her funky carpet menagerie. And let me show you. I think I've shown you this before, but there's my wonky cat. That was my first one. So I'm going to do all of them. This is Giddy Crabs. Giddy Crabs. Do you want to see what it's going to look like? It's going to look like this. There. Okay. That's all my cross stitch that I'm going to show you. Excuse me while I move a kitty. Oh, little kitty. I'm going to let myself recline and maybe you can peek a cat. So I'm going to talk about Stitch North right now. If you're not interested in that, then I'll see you later. I'll try to upload more often, maybe. Maybe. We'll see what happens once summer happens. Oh, little kitty. I love this kitty. Look at her. She's so soft. Why do I feel like my voice is like dying? So Stitch North. I'm very excited to go. I bought my tickets like last year at this time. Actually in March I think I bought the tickets. But it's been a whole year and it's time. It's time to go. If you are going to be at Stitch North, I am bringing quite a few, well, I'm bringing tiny stitching kits. For those of you who are still here and don't know, my giveaway is tiny stitching kits. And look in the description for my link tree to find the link to get a tiny stitching kit. And what that is I'm sending you a piece of fabric of your choice, a count of your choice, 56, 46, or 40 count. And then I send you some floss with it because I have a lot of floss and there's no way I'm going to go through all of it in my stitching career. So I have a few choices, and then if you have any questions about that, I can answer them via Instagram. And I just send it to you for a postage stamp, and I send a needle as well, a needle. And I'm really excited to still, be doing that because I love tiny stitching. But if you're scared to try it, or you don't know if you want to invest in like a big piece of fabric, like a big piece of 40 count for 1/1, then why would you do that? You can just try it from me. Especially since the 56 count is not manufactured. But if enough people try it and enough people are like, Zweigart, you should make this stuff again, then we could get that done. I mean, I've started stitching on a quilting fabric. This is quilting fabric. A quilting square. And literally the thinnest sewing floss that I can find. Anyway, so if you see me at Stitch North the May weekend and you want to try tiny stitching, then please, come over to me. I'll bring supplies. I'll bring all the stuff that I just told you. And I'll just put it in an envelope and give it to you. I don't think I want to spend a whole bunch of money. See, I was like, I'm going to talk about Stitch North, and now I don't really have that much to say other than the tiny stitching kits. I'm excited to see everybody. I'm excited to just hang out, get away from my job for a weekend. Oh, I guess I can share a life update with you. I have decided not to teach next year in the classroom. Part of it is that my school is closing, so if I were to get a new job, I would maybe only be in that position for a year because Dylan will be finishing up his doctorate after next year. And then maybe he'll get a job somewhere else in the country. I don't know where. So I didn't want to start over next year and then have to quit after a year at a new school. Because starting over at a new school is hard. I've done it many times. I've done it, when I first started teaching, and then 2 more times after that in 5 years, which is you don't really realize how long it takes to really feel comfortable at a school. Like, I'm barely starting to be there, and I've been at my school for 1.5 years. So it's a lot of emotional stress to start over at a new school. So I'm going to, I have ideas about what I want to do next year, but I'm not going to share officially until I have official things to do. Maybe if I'm in a live stream, but I don't know if I'm going to do those until I'm done with the after school thing, teaching after school. Oh, little kitty. And Cleo's our life update. Look at this kitty. So, yeah. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're chilling. I'm good. I'm just mentally and emotionally drained from school, from work. So I don't have the capacity to do very much when I get home, including stitching. But, yeah. So, hope to see you soon. If not at Stitch North, some other time. And I'll see you when I see you. Happy stitching. That's what they say. One more kitty look, okay? Look, I dyed my hair today. Look at how nice it looks. And I got my eyebrows too. I left it in for a long time. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. She says, leave me alone. Let me sleep. Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. You dizzy yet? Okay, bye for real.